These are all the relations that we studied yesterday. Average current is given by delta Q by delta T. An instantaneous current is dQ by dt. Current density is current per unit area. Acceleration of electron in a conductor of length L and voltage across the conductor is V, it will be given by EV by ml. Then drift velocity is acceleration of the electron into the relaxation time, average relaxation time. Then mobility is given by drift velocity per unit electric field. That is E tau by m. Drift velocity is also given by current density upon NEA. Current is NEAVD, where N is number of free electrons per unit volume, E is charge on an electron, A is the cross-sectional area of the conductor, VD is drift velocity, and current upon area will get NEVD. Then ohmic resistance is V upon I, and the dynamic resistance is given by delta V upon delta I. All these things, all these formulas we derived yesterday. And today we are going to derive Ohm's law from this basic formula. So we're going to first understand what is the relation between this. How does this relation come? How does V proportional to I comes? So the first topic would be derivation of Ohm's law. So suppose an electron is inside an electric field. So its acceleration will be given by, is of course the force if it is an electric field in this direction. So force on this electron will be E times E. This will be responsible for the force on electron. Electric field will be responsible for the force on electron. So F is equal to ma, that is equal to EE. From there we can write the relation. Acceleration is EE by m. And if this electron is inside a conductor, this whole setup is inside a conductor. So inside a conductor, and the potential difference at the surface A to the surface B is V, and the length of the conductor is given as L. So I can relate the electric field and the potential difference. E will be V upon L. From here, substituting 1 in 2, we get the relation that acceleration of an electron is equal to EV by ml. EV by ml. That is acceleration of electron inside a conductor. A conductor whose length is L, and the potential difference between the endpoints of the conductor is V. Now, the drift velocity is related to the acceleration as A times tau. Drift velocity is related as A times tau. And we also derived this relation, that you can also write Vd from here. Vd will be E tau E by m. That also we can write. Or this Vd, there should be one more relation that we should write, that drift velocity is equal to I upon, okay, it is written here. So I is equal to N E A V D. From here, from this expression, this is what we derived yesterday. So VD can be written as I upon NEA. And this relation again, this also we analyzed qualitatively. We did not do a statistical proof. From here, VD comes out to be A tau. If we compare 3 and 4, then we can write that A tau is equal to, from 3 and 4, we can write A tau equals to I upon NEA. NEA. Now, acceleration, let me write this as relation A. So now substituting relation A in B. A in B. Instead of acceleration here, I'll put EV by ml. When I put A here as EV by ml, so it will give me EV by ml tau is equal to I upon NEA. So what you have to do, you have to take two equations of drift velocities and compare them. And basically you have to relate acceleration and current. Means one of the drift velocity relation must contain acceleration, because acceleration can be related to voltage. Acceleration can be related to voltage. And one of the drift velocity relation must contain current. So we want current and voltage. We want current and voltage. So we have related current and voltage because we want to derive our Ohm's law. So I will write this as V in terms of I. So except V, I will take everything on the other side. So this will come as M L divided by N E square tau A into the current. ML by Ne square tau into the current. And I'll write this as like this: M upon Ne square tau. L by A I will separate for reasons that you will understand. That resistance is rho L upon A into I. This is the relation that I want to write. So from here, V is equal to IR. I can write my resistance as R is equal to M by Ne square tau into L by A. This is my resistance, ML by Ne square tau into A. And we have got, because we have got V is proportional to I, the Ohm's law is derived here. So we can write this thing, and from this relation, call it equation 6. From 6, V is proportional to I. Now see, inside a conductor, this quantities which have on which R depends is mass of electron, length of the conductor, area of the conductor. All these quantities do not depend on the, they do not vary with the voltage. All these quantities do not vary with the voltage or the current. So N, number of free electrons per unit volume, E is the charge on electron, and tau is the relaxation time. So we can write V is proportional to I, and this is our derivation of Ohm's law. This is our derivation of Ohm's law, where resistance is this thing. And suppose this, of course, this resistance depend on the area of cross section and the length. So I want to write this as R is equal to rho L upon A. I want to write the property of the conductor, which is independent of the length and area of the conductor, the dimensions of the conductor. So I'll compare equation 7 and 8. From 7 and 8, we define a new quantity known as rho, which will be given by m by n e square tau. This rho is called the resistivity. Rho is resistivity of a conductor or of a resistance. Okay. So here we are derived the Ohm's law and defined a new quantity known as resistivity. And we have seen that resistivity does not depend on the dimensions of the conductor. Okay, note this down first. Write down this relation, then write down derivation of Ohm's law. Make sure that you know where you're putting which relation so that you're getting the new relation. Note कर लिया, then just tell me कि हाँ क्या noted. And don't turn off your cameras. अब पूरा नोट कर लिया ये?
यस
ओके, ये पूरा पोर्शन हो गया?
हाँ, जब आप बोल रहे थे तभी मैं कर रहा
अच्छा, ठीक है. सबने नोट कर लिया? किसी का रह गया है क्या? ओके, ये पूरा ही नोट कर लिया मतलब यहाँ तक?
नहीं, वो बात थी.
ओके ओके ओके, राइट दिस डाउन. इसको हम बोलते हैं इलेक्ट्रिकल रेजिस्टिविटी और स्पेसिफिक रेजिस्टेंस. स्पेसिफिक रेजिस्टेंस. Nihar, Rishit, turn on your cameras.
तो
So
kind of
this,
scene.
resistivity only depends upon mass of electron, charge of electron, number of free electrons per unit volume, and average relaxation time. Okay, write the definition of specific resistance. Right. The ratio of intensity of the electric field. The ratio of intensity of electric field at any point within the conductor. The ratio of intensity of the electric field at any point within the conductor and the current density J at that point, and the current density J at that point is called is called specific resistance of the conductor. Is called resistivity or specific resistance of the conductor. It's called specific resistance or resistivity of the conductor. So rho is equal to E by J. Okay, इसको derive भी कर सकते हैं. We have our R is equal to rho L upon A. From there we can derive it. So R is equal to rho L upon A. And R को लिख सकते हैं हम V upon I. That is equal to rho L upon A. This we can write as rho is equal to VA upon IL. Rho is equal to VA upon IL. This will be equal to V by L divided by I by A. That gives you E by J. बहुत सारे डेरिवेशन है, कई बार खुद से डेरिवेशन करना है तभी याद होगा. ऐसे एक बार मैंने पढ़ाया तो याद हो जाए. याद हो गया तो अच्छी बात है, बट यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट अगेन एंड अगेन so that you can derive it without any help. From here we get resistivity is equal to E by J. Or we like to write E vector equals to rho times J vector. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और करंट डेंसिटी दोनों ही वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है. सो ई वेक्टर इक्वल्स टू रो टाइम्स जे वेक्टर. ये दोनों भी हम अपने फॉर्मूला लिस्ट में ऐड करेंगे. एक और डेफिनेशन लिख सकते हैं, बिकॉज आर इज इक्वल टू रो एल अपॉन ए. सो यहां से हम लिख सकते हैं रो इज इक्वल टू आर ए अपॉन एल. सो if a is equal to 1 meter square and L is equal to 1 meter, then resistivity is equal to resistance. Then resistivity is equal to resistance. So we can write a new definition from here. Write it. Resistivity of a material is equal to the resistance of a wire. Resistivity of a material is equal to the resistance of a wire of that material of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section and 1 meter square area of cross section. So that is another definition of resistivity or specific resistance. Okay, calculate the dimensions of resistivity. Write it. Write the dimensions of resistivity. कितना आ रहा है डायमेंशंस? डायमेंशंस कैलकुलेट करने के सारे फॉर्मूलाज लिखने पड़ेंगे। रो इज इक्वल टू आर ए बाई एल। आर का नहीं पता तो आर को वी बाई आई लिख सकते हैं। वी होता है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड पर यूनिट, ई बाई एल तो ई हो गया, सो ई ए बाई। अच्छा, इसका दूसरा फॉर्मूला भी तो पता है, हमें वहां से डायरेक्ट कर सकते हैं। रो को डायरेक्टली राइट कर सकते, वी कैन राइट डायरेक्टली एज ई बाई जे। ई बाई जे, करंट डेंसिटी इज करंट पर यूनिट एरिया, और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या होता है? फोर्स पर यूनिट चार्ज। यूज दिस रिलेशन, फाइंड द dimensions of resistivity. और पूरा कितना हो रहा है डायमेंशंस? टेल मी। पूरा, कैन यू हियर मी?
Yes, sir.
Solve work here. You can write ml cube t minus 3 I minus 2। ये आ रहा है किसी का? I minus 2 या तो a minus 2, if you want to write a, then एम्पियर के लिए a ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, a minus 2। ठीक है। एंड रेजिस्टिविटी के लिए या तो ये रिलेशन यूज कर सकते हैं, या तो जो पहले डिराइव किया था, दैट इज m अपॉन एनी स्क्वायर टाउ। ये रिलेशन तो रट लेना है, मेमोराइज कर लेना है अच्छे से, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रो। दिस इज रेजिस्टिविटी, एंड रेजिस्टिविटी का इन्वर्स लेते हो तो कंडक्टिविटी आता है, और सॉरी स्पेसिफिक कंडक्टेंस आता है। सो नेक्स्ट टर्म दैट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न इज स्पेसिफिक कंडक्टेंस। इसमें टर्म्स काफी ज्यादा है, सो केमिस्ट्री समझ के याद कर लेना है। कंसेप्ट भी है, बट you have to remember this formula. Specific conductance, that is given by sigma. Sigma is 1 upon rho, which is will be given by any square tau by m. So for specific conductance, we write the relation any square tau by m. अगर रेजिस्टिविटी याद हो तो इस कंडक्टिविटी का फॉर्मूला भी याद रहेगा। एंड earlier we learned that rho is equal to E by J. Rho is current, electric field per unit current density. So from here we can write a relation between E and J in terms of conductivity. Rho is 1 by sigma. So we can write J is equal to sigma times E. Both of them are vectors. So I can write the relation as J vector equals to sigma into E vector. So current density is directly proportional to electric field, as we can see. Current density is directly proportional to the electric field. Note this. You can remember like this. Current density equals to specific conductance into the electric field. This can also be written as conductivity or electric conductivity. जैसे resistivity वैसे conductivity. And then next is tell me the dimensions of conductivity. Rishit, can you tell me the dimensions?
Yeah. M raised to minus 1,
Yeah,
L raised to minus 3,
yeah.
T cube, A square.
A square. जस्ट इन्वर्स कर देंगे, रेजिस्टिविटी का इन्वर्स कर देंगे तो कंडक्टिविटी का डायमेंशंस आ जाएगा. अच्छा, this relation is called Ohm's law in vector form. J is equal to sigma E. This is called Ohm's law in vector form. Ohm's law in vector form. That is, J is directly proportional to the electric field. क्योंकि this current density is current upon area and electric field is potential per unit length. So current is directly proportional to the potential. So that's why Ohm's law in vector form states that current density is directly proportional to the applied field strength. Right? Ohm's law in vector form states that current density in a conductor, Ohm's law in vector form states that current density in a conductor is directly proportional to the electric field strength. This is known as Ohm's law in vector form. Okay. Now, after understanding resistivity and conductivity, we'll see how the resistivity changes with temperature. So, effect of temperature on resistivity. अगर resistivity change होगा तो resistance भी change होगा. Resistivity और resistance में R is equal to rho L वाला relation है. If you have to find the effect of temperature, you should go for this relation. Resistivity is equal to M upon NE square tau. So सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे good conductors में और metals से बात करेंगे. So first is effect on metals. In metals. So metals के लिए अगर ये relation लिखते हैं, rho is equal to M upon NE square tau. If I increase temperature, if temperature is increased. If temperature is increased, so M और E पे कोई भी effect नहीं आएगा. Remember that M और E पे कोई भी effect नहीं आएगा. M and E stay unaffected or always remain constant. Mass of electron or charge of electron, they always remain constant. They're always constant. And number of free electrons per unit volume, it does not changes that much. Okay. And increases by a small amount. Increases by a small amount. क्योंकि कंडक्टर में फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा है, टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने से थोड़ा और अमाउंट बढ़ जाएगा, बहुत ज्यादा चेंज नहीं आएगा. सो व्हाट इज द मेन इफेक्ट जो होगा वो रेजिस्टिव इसका होगा, एवरेज रिलैक्सेशन टाइम का. सो वी राइट रो इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1 by tau. नंबर ऑफ फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पर यूनिट टाइम का ज्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं आता, क्योंकि मेटल में ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं. ऑलरेडी मेनी फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर देयर. सो थोड़ा एडिशन होने से बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा. So it is inversely proportional to the relaxation time. And relaxation time, this can be written as mean free path upon VRMS. The average relaxation time. Relaxation time मतलब दो particle, दो means if it is traveling from here, तो collide करने के लिए 1 से 2 तक जाने के लिए जितना टाइम लग रहा है, that is relaxation time. और ये जा रहा है स्पीड vd से, और ये जो लेंथ है इसको हम बोलते हैं मीन फ्री पाथ. और सिर्फ एक पार्ट की बात करें तो सिर्फ फ्री पाथ है ये. सो t इज इक्वल टू मीन फ्री पाथ डिवाइडेड बाय दी VRMS. हम लिखते हैं इट इज अ क्वांटिटी विच कैन बी एसोसिएटेड विद ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड. VRMS मीन्स रूट मीन स्क्वायर स्पीड. Root mean square speed. Root mean square speed, you can say it increases as drift speed increases. So अगर temperature बढ़ाया, if I increase the temperature, then mean free path में तो कोई change नहीं आएगा, because atoms के बीच का distances उतना ही रहेगा. But VRMS will increase. Okay. Lambda will not change much. Lambda does not changes because lambda क्या है, atoms के बीच का distance है जिसके बीच collision हो रहा है. वैसे electron collide कर रहा है first atom then second atom. Lambda does not changes, but temperature बढ़ाया तो electron की speed बढ़ गई. So VRMS increases. Speed of the electron actually increases. That means individual speed of the electron is increasing. Individually, speed of electron is increasing. अगर speed of electron increase हो रहा है, so average relaxation time कम होगा. So if VRMS increases, then from this relation, let me name this as relation 1. From 1, PRS or RMS increases, then tau, that is the average relaxation time, it decreases. And if average relaxation time decreases, from second relation you can write that rho increases. If tau decreases, then from second relation, you can write that rho increases. So net effect is tau decrease करेगा because speed बढ़ गई है इलेक्ट्रॉन की speed बढ़ने से average relaxation time कम हो गया है. Average relaxation time कम होने की वजह से the resistivity is increasing. The resistivity is increasing. अच्छा, VRMS और टेम्परेचर में भी रिलेशन है एक. अगर VRMS is proportional to root of temperature. इसको याद नहीं रखना है because it's not that important. इसको काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस वाले चैप्टर में पढ़ा होगा अगर 11th वाले पोर्शन में आया होगा तो VRMS is root 3 RT by m naught एक फ्री गैस के लिए. सो टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा तो VRMS भी बढ़ेगा. VRMS बढ़ेगा तो टाउ कम होगा तो रेजिस्टिविटी बढ़ेगी. सो नेट इफेक्ट इज की with rise in temperature the electric resistivity of wire decreases. So with rise in temperature, electric resistivity of wire decreases. Electric resistivity of metal decreases. Metal increases. Metal increases, or you can write with rise in temperature, electric conductivity of metal decreases. Electric conductivity of metal decreases. Any questions? Okay. Okay, अगर graph draw करें for copper, the graph comes like this. We vary the conductivity with temperature, so it increases like this. पहले हल्का सा curve होगा, then it becomes a straight line. It's almost a straight line. It starts from rho naught. This is for copper. And if I talk about alloys such as nichrome, so they also have a similar effect. The conductivity increases linearly with temperature. ये ग्राफ्स इंपॉर्टेंट है, इनको याद रखने हैं. नाइक्रोम और कॉपर के लिए ऑलमोस्ट एक स्ट्रेट लाइन होता है. नाइक्रोम के लिए तो परफेक्ट स्ट्रेट लाइन होता है. दिस इज एन एलॉय ऑफ निकेल एंड क्रोमियम. If I want to write the resistance at temperature T, So this is written as R subscript T, and the relation is RT equals to R naught 1 plus alpha T, where R naught is resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. T is of course the temperature. T is the temperature in degrees Celsius, and alpha is called the temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना resistance जल्दी बढ़ेगा with increasing temperature. This is temperature coefficient. So from here we can write that temperature coefficient is equal to RT minus R naught divided by R naught into T. अल्फा का जो यूनिट हो जाएगा दैट इज पर डिग्री सेल्सियस. Per degree Celsius. Because RT by R naught, that is in resistance, unit of resistance ohm. Ohm will be cancelled by ohm, that is just per degree Celsius. And for most metals, alpha is close to, alpha is approximately 1 by 273 degrees Celsius. 1 by 273 per degree Celsius. Like this. So we can write the relation as RT equals to R naught 1 plus temperature by 273. So this will be R naught 273 plus temperature by 273. So if you are increasing the temperature, then if temperature is, the value of temperature is large, then we can write the value of RT is proportional to the temperature. This can be approximated as approximately R naught into T by 273. Thus, resistance at temperature T is proportional to the temperature. And that is why the graph for copper was straight line. This is the reason that graph for copper and copper was a straight line. Next, we can take case 2 for alloys. In alloys, the number of free electrons is a little less than compared to the this pure metals. So the resistivity of alloys also increases with increasing temperature. The resistivity of alloys increases with increase in temperature. But the increase is much smaller compared to the metal. Increase is much smaller compared to metals. As we have seen in the graph above, for nichrome, there was small variation with increase in temperature. So this effect can be seen in nichrome. Nichrome ka graph we drew. Nichrome, then magnenin, and costarian. All these alloys will show similar graphs, and their resistivity will increase with increase in temperature. Noted? Okay. So this was case 2 for alloys. Alloys and metals ka variation similar होता है. Next, case 3 is for semiconductors. Semiconductors के बारे में detail में will be studying in the last few chapters. Here I will tell you that semiconductors के पास बहुत ज़्यादा free electrons नहीं होते हैं. Okay? Very few free charges. Very few तो नहीं, few लिखना चाहिए मुझे. And the n, number of free electrons per unit volume, is small. And that is number of free electrons per unit volume is small. और resistivity का formula था rho is equal to m by ne square tau. So n is small. So if I increase the temperature, if temperature is increased, then of course यहाँ पर relaxation time से ज़्यादा n का effect आएगा. If temperature is increased, n increases. N increases significantly. So here the effect of number of free electrons per unit volume is dominating. If n increases, then for this case you write rho is inversely proportional to 1 by n. और tau का जो effect होता है, that is reduced. The effect of tau is less, and effect of, you can say, n increases significantly, and effect of variation of tau is not significant. Tau भी change करेगा, just as it changed in metals, but the effect of variation of tau is not significant. And because n increases significantly, the value of rho decreases. And that is why resistivity of semiconductors decreases as temperature increases. We write here resistivity of semiconductors decreases as temperature increases. So remember, for metals, N ka increase is not very significant, but decrease of tau is significant. But for semiconductors, effect of variation of tau is insignificant, but N increases significantly because number of free charges already कम थे. अगर थोड़ा और बढ़ेगा तो ऑलमोस्ट डबल ट्रिपल हो जाता है थोड़ा टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने पे. 10%, 20%, 30% ऐसे इंक्रीज होता है. 100%, 200%. सेमीकंडक्टर्स में लाइक सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम, ऑलरेडी फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बहुत ही कम होते हैं. Gallium arsenide. This all we'll study, in I think second last chapter will be about this. Last or second last chapter will be about semiconductors. And next comes case 4, that is for electrolytes. Electrolytes को अच्छे से केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ा जाएगा. अगर अभी तक नहीं आया तो बाद में आएगा. So in electrolytes, of course, there is a container and there are two plates. And the resistance depends upon the resistivity depends upon the material here, that a free ions कैसे move कर सकते हैं. Free ions कैसे move कर सकते हैं. So here, if temperature is increased, then what will happen to the viscosity? With the effect of increase of temperature, the viscosity decreases. The viscosity decreases. Okay. If the viscosity decreases, so ions can move freely inside the electrolyte. Ions can move freely in the electrolyte. Ions can move freely, so resistivity of electrolyte will also decrease. So resistivity of electrolytes decrease with increase in temperature. Temperature बढ़ाया तो viscosity decrease होगी. That causes ions to move freely, and that's why resistivity of electrolytes decreases with increase in temperature. With increase in temperature. So for metal and alloys, resistivity increases because of the increase in the decrease in the relaxation time. Decrease in the relaxation time. And for semiconductors, number of charge carriers or number of free electrons per unit volume, that increases. That's why resistivity decreases. For electrolytes, due to increase in temperature, the viscosity decreases. That causes the ions or charge carriers to move freely in the electrolyte. Ions agar freely move kar pa rahe, to resistivity will be decreased. Any questions or doubt here? Okay. कई सारे फॉर्मूलाज आ गए, कई सारे मोस्टली थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट है. अभी जब सर्किट वाले क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे तो देयर यू विल सी द लॉट ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल्स. सो we'll come to that, but पहले उससे पहले सर्किट एलिमेंट्स को समझना है, रेजिस्टर्स को समझना है कैसे बिहेव करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर दैट द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी और पावर. Let us take a new page. Formula सबको पता है, but now from electrostatics we can derive the formulas from the basics. So let us take a circuit जिसमें voltage is given. There is a battery, there is a switch, and there is a resistor, you can say. Resistor has potential drop V that will be equal to the battery, और EMF battery का E है, and that is causing the potential drop in the resistor to be V, and the current that the battery is giving is I. So if battery gives charge Q, in time t, so the current can be written as Q upon T, and work done by battery, again we can write I is equal to Q upon T, so Q can be written as I into T, so I into T. Work done by battery, किसी को फॉर्मूला याद है वर्क डन बाय बैटरी का? What will be the work done by battery? Charge transferred into the potential difference. That is the work done by battery. So this will be equal to Q into V. इसको हम लिख सकते हैं VIT. So जितना भी work done कर रहा है battery, that will be that will go into the energy stored or dissipated by the resistor. So work done is equal to VIT, and if you want to write the value of resistance as V by I, so from here we can write V is equal to IR. If we put it here, we get work done is equal to I square RT. This is the work done by the battery, and all this work done goes into the resistor. If you want to write the power, so power is work done upon time taken, that you can write as I square R, और अगर I की वैल्यू यहाँ से पुट कर दिया, if you put I is equal to V upon R, then we get this is power is V square by R. So all the work done by battery will be going into heating up the resistor. Conductor heat loss करता है by conductor energy loss करता है by heating it up. ठीक है? So this formula is valid when energy is lost as heat. Energy is lost as heat. That happens in a resistor. That is for a resistor. So this is power or electrical energy. Same formula जो 10th में पढ़ा था, V square by R और I square R. So जितना भी work battery कर रहा है, that is dissipated as heat in the resistor. So energy is conserved. जितना energy आया उतना गया. So principle of conservation of energy applies here. Okay, so this is the power or electrical energy, and combination of resistor is a topic जो already पढ़ा हुआ है, but let us go through it. So combination में there are two types of combination: parallel and series combination. So first let us talk about the series combination. So combination मतलब हम 2-3 रेजिस्टर्स को रिमूव करके एक सिंगल रेजिस्टेंस लगाना चाहते हैं सच दैट बैटरी को पता ना चले, एज इन पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप भी चेंज ना हो और करंट भी चेंज ना हो। So let us say this EMF is E, resistance here is R1, R2, R3. So इन तीन को हटा के सपोज यहाँ पे करंट पास हो रहा है I, जब स्विच क्लोज किया, इन तीन को हटा के I want to write a I want to put a single resistance जिसका अफेक्ट सेम हो। अफेक्ट सेम हो मीन्स ये सेम अमाउंट ऑफ करंट है यहाँ पे और टोटल पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप E ही रहे। टोटल पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप रिमेन्स E। अच्छा, एक रेजिस्टर में वोल्टेज ड्रॉप इज I into R1। सो वोल्टेज ड्रॉप अगर लिखा जाए, सो V1 कैन बी रिटन एज I into R1। यहाँ पे वोल्टेज ड्रॉप विल बी I into R2 and here it will be I into R3. So I can write that E is equal to voltage drop in the first resistor plus voltage drop in the second resistor plus voltage drop in the third resistor. That can be written as I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3. So E is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. Equivalent की बात करें, let us call it R equivalent in series. So I can write here again E is equal to I into R equivalent of the series. If I compare this first and second equation, from here I get R equivalent in series is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. ये फॉर्मूला है जो LKG में पढ़ा था and it is still valid. सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया ये। सो सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन में करंट रिमेन सेम, तीनों रेजिस्टर्स में करंट सेम रहेगा।